Hi guys, Ryan here with another episode of Space Update. Coming up on today's show, Starship now in the hands of the FAA, Inspiration 4 is back, and more space news and launch updates. Let's get started. So launch updates this week, a bit of a quiet one. We have ULA's AtlasV launching Landsat 9 and other satellites on Monday the 27th of September at around 6 PM UTC from Vandenberg Space Force Base. No news on SpaceX Starship or Super Heavy booster launch, as there's an ongoing assessment by the FAA for approval for launch. So we can safely wave bye-bye to launch this month. There's a number of issues still outstanding with the environmental impact in the area. Why? Well, over the road from Starbase is a legally protected nature conservation area. A really dumb move by Elon and SpaceX, really. If you're building the world's largest interplanetary rocket, you wouldn't even dream of putting it anywhere near that area. That is in plain black and white as a protected wildlife area. I can see Starbase being very restricted in the near future due to this fact. But as soon as some movement begins, we'll bring you up to speed while construction continues at the orbital launch pad. Now, Inspiration 4, staying with SpaceX briefly, we saw a safe return of Inspiration crew after the 3-day trip in orbit, a fantastic mission paving the way for more civilian flights in the near future. Over to NASA now, they have selected a crater near the south pole of the moon as a landing site for their new robotic rover searching for water and ice that could be a resource for future human explorations. NASA announced September the 20th that its Volatiles Investigating Polar Exploration Rover, or VIPER, a bit easier to say that one. That mission will land near the western edge of the Nobel crater near the lunar south pole. VIPER is scheduled to arrive there in the late 2023, delivered by Astrobotics Griffin lander on a mission arranged through NASA's Commercial Lunar Payload Service program. VIPER is equipped with various instruments, which includes a drill designed to probe up to a meter below the surface to detect and measure water ice. That analysis is of scientific interest as well as supporting future human missions that could use the ice for life support and propellant. In other news this week, Space Force service members known as the Guardians have unveiled their uniform, Deep Space Blue and Dark Grey. All the names are just straight out of film and comics. It's almost a grandiose show with nothing to see in effect with the Space Force at the moment, but might see that change eventually. Also, earlier in the week, we saw China's Tianzhou 3 cargo spacecraft dock in orbit with the Tian Space Station module on Monday following the launch from the Coast Wenjiang Launch Center. An amazing feat by China, setting up their own orbital space station. It will be interesting to see how that develops. Now, something more super interesting. I'll chat with Rocket Lab and I'll chat with Skyrora. Who's next? You decide.